Uh, oh.
What are you gonna need? All right, and we are live. Elliot, what do you need? It's always that. That's where we always start like this. Laugh.
I didn't know you hit the live button.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, hello, Sizzle Nation. Welcome to the Sizzle Global Takeover Team Mastermind Hangout. Elliot is going to be sharing some amazing tools that are going to exponentially grow your business, and I'm really excited about this because I'm always asked all the time, April, will you help me with create a capture page and all of this stuff? And oops,
Oh,
Elliot's
you're
got
giving it
something he's going
away.
to show. I just ruined the surprise.
No, I've been talking about it for a long time,
I know.
um, but yeah, that's basically what it is. Even better though, I think, this new feature that we've so just so you guys know, this is a combination of um, a pre-written script that we had uh, greatly customized to work just for our team. So although there are some things out there that do this, this is pretty uncommon for a team uh, to have at the team level. Some companies do this, and Sizzle does have some capture pages and things that can work through Sizzle Pro. But what we wanted to do was take, April and I, um, Jeff, and a lot of other people on the team have a lot of online marketing experience, and what we want to try to do the best we can is give people that same advantage without having to go through a lot of the upfront work of creating these things. And like April said, we get asked a lot, can you create me a lead capture page? So we have, we've already got like the video landing pages that you can send people to with the recorded videos, and those are nice and useful. But the one thing it doesn't do is allow you to capture that person's information to follow up with them automatically or manually at a later date. So before we get into that, April, was there anything that you guys wanted to touch on, April and/or Jeff?
I know Jeffrey wanted to touch on the call, but why don't we? I mean, I'm excited to see it. I haven't even seen it, so
Well, I don't want to.
I'm still out in the air. I haven't even seen it.
Well, I don't want to get. I guess it's been hyped up so much. Anything at this point is going to be underwhelming. I feel like, um, but I think that
No,
I
no.
mean the power of this tool though isn't just in what you'll see today. Um, Over time, we'll add more capture pages, and not only that, but what we've done with this programming that we've had done for the team site is open up a lot of possibilities down the road for us as a team, where we can do things like you can share any page on the website. So if we start having content added to, like blog posts added to the team site, you can share those blog posts, adding your Sizzle ID at the end of the blog post, and when someone comes through, they look at the site, they want to join the team, they'll automatically be tracked back to you. So something like that doesn't work exactly like that today, but this script gives us the ability to do some pretty cool things down the road. So if you want, then I'll just kind of go into sharing what exists right now. And there is a little write-up in the members area of the team site as of a few minutes ago that will give you this basic overview in text format. It's not thorough instructions, but what April and I are going to do later this week or this weekend maybe is put together a 15-20 minute kind of get started and how to set this up, kind of a walkthrough. I'm going
Yeah,
to walk
this
through
is
it
just
now.
so new. It's just ready. I mean, it just is ready, just like a few days ago, right, Elliot?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I basically finished it like 2 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, over the coming weeks, we're going to show you how to market it. We're going to show you how to build your list with these lead capture pages. I mean, guys, this is huge. Elliot is way too humble, so I have to jump in and say this is a big deal that this is here. This is what's going to set our team apart from any other team out there. I mean, these are tools that we're not asking you to pay for. this is free stuff for you guys to build your business. We want you guys to be successful. Elliot wants you to be successful, Jeff Kistner, myself. We want this team to be the most successful team in all of Sizzle. So this is a huge, it's a gift. It really is. Thank you, Elliot, Elliot's really the mastermind brains behind the website too, so you guys know. I say my little pieces, but he's really the guy that just does so much for this team as far as our website goes and these capture pages and all that stuff. So thank you, Elliot.
I appreciate that. And yeah, and now it's just a matter of getting the Google Hangout screen share to work. So just give me a minute while I try
refreshing.
I
can talk to myself.
Yeah. Oh, if Jeff's out there, do you want to touch on the call real quick, Jeff?
Yeah. Well, you're trying to figure that out. That's cool. I'll see if Jeff will come on.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm on. I've been listening. It's fantastic. Elliot, just talking about your special, projects and not the call, you are humble, and this is pretty, great. And I know you can multitask here. So I want to ask you this. You were talking about things we did for the team. A lot of us have articles. Like I have an article that why realtors make great network marketers. So in Thurn, I could change that up a little, put that in there, and someone, when they're talking to a realtor, they could send them that, post or that article. I'm asking if I'm not correct, and we could link it up through this process, and send them to the site perhaps to read it or whatever, and then they would be linked. And so after they read that article and go, wow, that's a really good idea, just like they do for me, they say, wow, that's a really good idea, I'd like to join Sizzle. They would end up being on that person's team because they read some work that we already have done that's already working. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's exactly correct. And I just gave away the first capture page. So there's a look at the first capture page.
Wow, I love it.
I love it, Elliot. Yeah, I remember seeing this a little bit ago, and I told you then, it's just absolutely fantastic. And that's before you were finished with it. Now it's even better.
But yeah, you're exactly right, Jeff. So down the road, when we have, and technically someone could do this today. There's just no immediate link to actually join Sizzle on the team site. So, but yeah, technically anyone who adds their ID to the URL, like I'll show you to do in a second, would be cookied to them. As long as someone comes back and visits the site on that computer, then it would work. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. Because you know what, a lot of us who've been marketing for 5 years online, we already have stuff that absolutely positively works right now that we could share with the group to share, and they would get sign-ups. I know they would because we get them all the time, through our efforts. So if you're talking to the right, I have articles written for insurance agents, realtors, school teachers. So when you're talking to those types of people, you can give them a the generic idea, and it really works. Great stuff, Elliot.
I appreciate that, Jeff. Did you want to touch on the Connect call, Jeff?
Yeah, I'll touch on it really great. For one, I just want to say as a team, I know there's a lot of people here that we grew 30% again. Now anyone can look at their numbers. I'm just saying as a team as a whole, so you can look at what you grew. I mean, if you were brand new here and you grew one person, you had one person, you grew one person, you grew 100%. Okay, that's how it works. But I'm saying as an entire team, we grew over 30%. That's really incredible. I mean, a lot of companies today would like to have, talking network market or not, they'd like to have 6-7% growth in a year and have it amazing. And we've been growing 30% month over month. So, it's really exciting. It should be to you if you just got here, because if you're listening to this stuff, and I'm not bashing any particular companies, even though I know their names, that there's a lot of companies, network marketing companies, that are going out of business because of mismanagement. And one thing that they talked about on the call was really nice tonight, that it's not just that Sizzle's about 9 years in business, it's that it's coming from Tom's former company of over 30 years. Now, I want to point this out. It's hard to find anybody in any business, seriously, network marketing or not, that's been doing the same thing over and over and over, and speaking the same tune. It's not flavor of the week, it's not flavor of the month or flavor of the year. Tom Maurer and his family has been talking about non-toxic products and built a billion-dollar company over the last 30 years, saying this. Well, now that we've gone over to Sisel International and we're growing like crazy, they hired a new guy, and he's like the special. I heard him speak tonight on the Sisel Connect call if you weren't on there, and I forget his name because it was really quick and I was kind of doing lots of things, but I heard some of the stuff that he has worked on, and this is incredible. What they did was they hired a new corporate guy for special projects. They put this guy on special projects. He creates it. So anyways, he just helped them, among other things, go into Canada. I mean, like, all our products are going through Canada. They're actually, and a lot of our teams in Canada, so you're going to be hearing this if you're not on right now, but they're actually, I mean, Canada's a big territory, but they're having a grand opening there if you look at your website at the top of the page. And they're actually going to have they actually right now have all our products in Canada with the labels in English and French because it's a requirement of theirs. Actually, they're letting them put inserts in right now, so we've worked with them. We're all approved there. But they're actually, in that giant warehouse, they've set up a place where people can do, how you do the old hotel meetings and all that? They've set it up so the Canadians can do meetings there for free and just build it as big as they want. And at the same time, could you imagine doing a meeting instead of a hotel meeting or another meeting? You could do the meetings right there in Canada and then like give a tour of the warehouse and show off the products and all that. Yeah, that's what's happening there right now. It's that
You know who lives there, and actually he's already been there, Cliff Evans.
Yeah.
He's been to the one in Pickering. He's like right down the street.
Well, yeah, and they're just making it more amazing, and we're going to have to give Cliff a call if he's not watching this now, because what they're doing is just extraordinary. So I want to say that they're going to put this guy, they're going to work him, and he spoke for a little night, and he was impressive. So I love it when they bring on sharp people, and after over 30 years of hiring people, Tom Maurer's pretty sharp. So anyways,
Josh,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but so did they say? I know that they're having like their actual party in September. Did they actually say what? Because if you don't know, Sisel right now we have a lot of distributors in Canada, and people can sign up as distributors in Canada, but it's what they call not for resale. So we ship out of the U.S. to Canada right now, and it's all in U.S. dollars. But that's changing soon. Did they say if that's actually going to happen in like the next few days or weeks, or is it not till September?
No, I mean, I think they'll do their launch in September. It sounds like they're ready. They actually put all the products over there. They even put the inserts in them. They're ready to launch them. I think they're waiting for one final piece of paper. If you guys want to learn more about this, especially if you're in Canada or you have some people on your team in Canada, you might want to listen to that part of the Sisel Connect call. You could dial the same number in, a different pin and listen to it. But it's amazing because they're getting more products approved than they thought they would. It sounds like they're getting every product approved. And it's kind of interesting because it's run different than the United States. They have some, regulatory agencies and one of them is basically law enforcement. And what Sisel did was give them everything on Sisel, from our products to our compensation plan to everything. And it's so amazing. And you're not going to get approved there unless this agency, this law enforcement agency, approves all this. And I forgot the exact name of it. Forgive me. But anyways, they approved it all. And not only that, their letter was very clear. I'll use my words, that we're awesome. I mean, seriously. And now there's, sending it to this other division that's probably, rubber stamp it because of the stamp from, or the letter from that agency. So, seriously, in a few days, we're going to, this is so, right now from Canada, they're getting it from the U.S. They're having their own warehousing with all these products shipped right from there. So talk about how fast they're going to get it, being able to do the meeting rooms right there. And there's so more to come, because obviously this is going to be the format for many more countries. I mean, Tom, if you haven't caught on, I'm very serious about this, and I know Tom is. He's not just, a lot of companies will go, one day we're going to do $1 billion. Tom's already done that, and now his goal right now, if you don't know, is going to $14 billion plus a year with Sisel, which would make it the #1 network marketing company in the world. And he's not taking that lightly. He already has the largest factory, and I'm not trying to Well, I am. I want to re-recruit you guys and leave some doubt. Tom Maurer is going to build this to $14 billion a month, and I'm the only one saying this, and I hope Tom hears me right now. There was a book written about certain MLM companies like Excel Communications because they had the first person to go over $1 million a month in network marketing with silly phone cards. I actually believe that there's going to be, I've told Elliot and some of our leaders, there's going to be books written about Sisel, and you really are making history right now by being part of this. It's going to be the #1 network marketing company in the world. And I've never said that about any company that I've been with. I've been with some great companies, but the Maurer family's got it going on.
Not only that, we'll have our own chapter, right?
Yeah, we'll have our own chat. Well, you know what? I think they're going to say stuff like, like Elliot Kosmicki was the first person within Sisel to go over $1 million a month, and and some other leaders were right behind there and almost beat them. But so I think there's going to be some interesting chapters like that on some certain individual leaders. I can see Bill Potting, former Marine, hits $100,000 a month before his 7th year, moved to Hawaii, and decided he was scared to fly, so he took his own 65-foot Sea Ray there. All right, you guys, just having a little fun, but it is pretty exciting, and I want to point out, with all the kidding aside, that when you have leadership with goals of $14 billion a year, Tom's already created more than 1,000 millionaires, and that's just a mathematical fact. He helped assist with that. He does have a goal in the next 7 years to create 10,000 more. Why not you? For him to reach his goal, there's going to be people are going to be earning over $1 million a month for that goal to be reached. That's pretty exciting.
Many people.
Many people, yeah. It's going to take a lot of people to hit that structure. And Elliot, we were just talking. I don't want to name the company name, but we were looking at another company that has income caps.
Yeah.
I mean, I signed up I could make all I want, and some of these companies are going, well, isn't $50,000 a month enough? And I'm like, no, I signed up for all I could. I signed up for all I could make, and it's not that I'll get there. It's knowing that I can't. When you hurt your elbow, it's not that you want to go run out and play tennis. It's just knowing you can't. So I don't like income caps. We don't live behind an iron curtain. Raise those caps. Let's make some money, right?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to attempt to. I'm going to even mute myself. I'm muting.
Good idea.
You want some fiber optic 3D lash mascara, I hope.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? See,
I know you can't wait to try it, Elliot.
Well, I'm not trying it, but it's so funny. It's things. If you guys missed it, I posted in the Facebook group that Sisel's coming out with. What do they call it? It's like fiber something.
It's fiber optic. Actually, as I'm putting on Sisel lip gloss, I love this stuff.
Yeah, fiber lashes. Yeah,
it's Sisel Lash 3D.
Eyelash really long.
Yeah, like 3D lashes, which is so funny because so there's another company out there that just recently started making this huge push on their new eyelash product, and you got to picture Tom Maurer sitting in his office thinking, I can do better than that. And
3 months
3 months later, he's got 3D lashes coming out. So funny.
And it's so funny because I keep telling people the order thing. Okay, the next thing is going to come out, the sachets of weight loss coffee.
There's a BB cream coming too for all you ladies that are into the makeup. There's a BB cream coming, from what I understand. Of course, it hasn't officially been announced, but I heard it.
What's BB cream?
It's like a beauty perfecting cream. It's what I wear for my face every day. It basically perfects your skin, but it also has a cover up. But it's awesome. I mean, I love BB cream.
I'm glad you don't know what that is, Elliot. I didn't either.
It's really good. Like I use it. It's light and it's good. I can't wait to try it. I really can't, because although I like the mineral makeup through Sisel, it's not real good for the summertime because it's a little heavy. I like a lighter. So I can't wait to try it. Anyways, I know I'm boring all the guys on here. Hey, Margaret.
So I'm gonna plow through the quick overview here, and for those tuning in late, just a reminder, this isn't the official walkthrough of this feature. April and I are going to be doing a video soon to actually show you exactly how to set this up step by step. So I'm going to kind of breeze through some of this stuff so don't feel like, wait, what am I supposed to do? We'll get there, and like we said, this was officially done like a couple days ago. and it works. So you
There's
can
a lot more,
absolutely
Tom.
you can start to use it if you're familiar with what I'm talking about, but don't feel like you have to figure this out just by this video alone. So I will jump in here. So you've seen this already. So this is our first landing page. We're only asking for an email address right now. So the reason for that is, for the most part, you're going to get many more people to opt in to this system with just an email address. We will expand this out to have fields that have or pages that have, name and email, phone number. But you will see that as you send people to these capture pages, you'll have a higher opt-in rate for the pages with just email address. So instead of going through all this, I'm just going to skip pages. But when someone enters their email address to watch why you chose Sisel, they're going to go to a very simple video page that is going to show them one of our latest recorded dual presentations, and over time this is going to obviously improve. Just over the last 3 months we've improved this presentation so much that it's just awesome. So it'll show them the latest presentation of why exactly we're all here, and the current version of this is great. Actually, I've got one more to update this with. I think this is a week behind where I want to be. But so what's going to happen is they're going to go on to get some more information, and so this page I'm going to tweak a little bit more. But essentially, it's welcoming them in. It's telling them what they're going to be getting with Sisel. It's going to have your contact information over here. And I'll show you how that's going to get there in just a second. And then it's going to answer some frequently asked questions about how to start, what is the Platinum Partner Program, how much should their monthly orders be, where to find out if Sisel's in their country. At least I get that question quite a bit. So online, depending on how you're promoting this system, you'll get people from all over the world coming in, and we're in 40 countries, but I still get that question quite a bit. How are they going to market it? So there's some few questions, and we'll be adding to those as we go on. These are the ones that I have on my website using the funnel that I have on my personal website, and it does really well to get people into the system, contacting me for more information, or contacting me on, a lot of times I'll get a phone call saying, I just wanted to get you on the phone to hear your voice before I sign up, and then we go through and sign them up. So so this is just kind of some other information. Now when they click to get started, this is going to go right to the Sisel sign up. You'll see up here, this says Elliot if it's too small, but that will be your username on the top there, and they'll start the process of signing up. So how do we get all this to work, right? Well, the only thing that you have to do, and this is in the members area as of right now, but you'll just take this URL, it's /csisel, and then you'll add $ID equals your username for Sisel. So this is whatever your username.mysisel.com is. So it might be apriltucker.mysisel.com. So your username would be April Tucker. So whatever your username is in Sisel, you need to have that there. Got it? Got it. All right. That is the only thing you need to do when you're sending people to this site. What that's going to do is set a cookie on their computer. So anytime they come back to this page, even if they don't have that ID in the URL, it'll still be tagged to you, and they will still appear and see all of your links as well as your list, which I'll get to next. So the only requirement for you to use this system is you need a autoresponder, and the one that we've chose to use because it's the most popular, a lot of people already have it, and it's very easy for us to help you with if you have questions about it. April's used this for a long time. Jeff has used this for a long time. I've used it for a long time. So I've set up a separate account just for our team to set this system up. And so Aweber, once you create an account with Aweber, you're going to basically you're going to create a list, and you're going to create a list called Sisel, interested in Sisel or Sisel International People or whatever you want to call it. There's a couple things you want to do on this as far as setup goes. And remember, April and I are going to go through this later in the week, so we'll have a separate how-to video. But just based on this video and kind of clicking around, you could probably figure it out. So basic settings, you're going to go in, you'll have a list name, you'll have a description of that list, who you want the emails to come from, and if you want to get notifications for signups to the list. The personalize your list option is important. There's a couple things you need to have set up on here. One is an email signature. So this can be whatever you want. It can have whatever information you want, but definitely have your email address and phone number so that when emails go out to people that opt in to the capture page, that they see your contact information there. The other important part is at the bottom, global text snippets. You need to create a text snippet with the name Sisel space username and what your username is. So in my case, it's Elliot, my Sisel username. So this is going to create this little box here, all right? So you don't need to do anything with it. It's used in the emails that go out, so that's why it has to be there. If this is not there, then when someone gets an email with a link over to Sisel, it will not be a correct link, and it will not get formatted properly. So you just need to make sure that your signature is in there and that you have a Sisel space username snippet. So that's the setup there. I feel like I'm missing one thing. Yes, I am. So messages. Obviously, when you go in, create a new list, you're not going to have any messages in there yet. But when you go in, you're going to go to Messages, Follow-up Series, and this is going to be, right now there's just 3 emails in there. I'm working with Jeff and April to extend this out so that there's more and more emails that will trickle out over time to anyone who opts in. And the way you can get these emails in to your list, and this code is in our team site, which I'll show you in a second. But you'll copy this code, you'll paste it right into this box, and click Load Campaign, and that will load all the emails that we have into the system. When we update them, you can also reload that campaign. It will overwrite any changes you've made to the emails. So if you want to edit the emails, make them your own, that's totally fine. Just know that if you want to use new emails that we add, that it will overwrite your changes unless you create a whole separate list and do it over again. So, but we'll get those emails updated over time as well. There's one other thing that you need to grab from Aweber while you're here. In List Options and List Settings, it's right here. The unique list ID. You need that number for something. And I'm going to tell you what that is right now. So you're going to copy that unique list ID out of Aweber. You're going to go to your our Global Takeover Team's website. You're going to edit your profile. And remember, this video is recorded, and you go through and keep repeating my beautiful voice over and over until you get all the information right. So you're going to edit your information. You want to make sure all of this is filled in properly. Remember how I showed that, I lost it, but all your information is displayed up here. That's being pulled from this information. So you want to make sure your name's spelled properly with the right capitalization, your phone number's formatted the way you want it to look, your email address is correct. I'm currently not using your Sisel ID, but that's actually a requirement to get into the site, so that'll be there. And this, you need to make sure that Sisel username is populated. And then the very last field, Aweber list ID, that's where you'll paste that list ID from Sisel. So you just need to make sure all of this information is filled in, update your profile, and then as soon as you do that, anyone you send to this page with your ID equals username, it'll all be tagged to you, all the links will be tagged to you, all the signups from this system will be tagged to you, as long as that user is using that same computer with the cookie on it. So it doesn't matter if they come back tomorrow or next week, they will be tagged to you, as well as getting your emails that drive them back to the site and to the Sisel sign-up pages. So I think that's a full walkthrough, and I did it in about 5 minutes less than I thought it was going to take me, April.
You did awesome. Really awesome. So this will all be available in the back office. So they'll be able to actually watch the training, click links, be able to basically...
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, until we record a new one, April, I'll put this recording back here, but from the team site, the team members area, it's just globaltakeoverteam.com/members. The landing pages and funnels page will have the lead capture funnel. This is what we're talking about. So here's the basic setup steps are already in here. The landing page to use is already in here, and then I'll put this video below this so people can rewatch it until April and I update it with a condensed version that doesn't have Jeff in the beginning.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna have a straight to the point one. Actually, I want to redo the whole getting started video.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think we could probably do those as two separate ones. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Well, I think that we should refer to it though, because people need to know how to get.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and these are really good too. I love them because this will help you guys. Like if you guys are following the Facebook training that I shared a few months back or anything like that, you guys should be popping these all over the, all over the internet, doing videos about products, testimonies, product reviews. I mean, this is. I didn't realize it was going to be this good, Elliot. Seriously, like even you were like, it was probably not as good as what I was hyping it all up to be. I was like, well, it's like better than what I thought it would be. That looks good.
Well, that's great, and obviously it'll improve with time, with feedback and everything. So.
Yeah, and this whole step-by-step in print, I know there's a lot of people who would rather just read and get it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get it set up. So that's perfect. Perfecto. What do you guys think? Are you excited? Now you have, seriously, like Elliot's like #5 recruiter, and he's basically giving you the keys to the kingdom. This is the funnel that he uses to be the #5 recruiter in all of North America. And he's saying, here guys, use my funnel so you can be like top recruiters with me. This is awesome.
And that is true. It is, obviously I've taken out some of my personal wording from the emails, and the FAQ page. Like this page mine is very similar wording, but I talk a little bit about my family in here, which obviously I'm not going to do, but it's all basically the same. And as of right now, and this is kind of embarrassing actually to me because I feel like I should have a dozen or 2 dozen emails going out, but I only have those 3 emails in my personal system set up, and then I'm just sending, about once a week I'll send my entire list an email about one of the live webinars, or something else about Sizzle. Like, when July started, I sent out an email about, the changes in compensation and how exciting that was. So I send more than the 3 emails, but not automatically. And I get a great response rate from people, engaging me about, with more questions and setting up phone calls. So it definitely works. It's just a matter of sharing that link in the beginning to get people to opt in and start that process. And I think that's what April and I will and Jeff will focus on going forward is ways to drive traffic to that opt-in page.
Right, and another thing is too, like I know, like for me, when I send an email out to my list, guys, this is what you should be doing. Here's where the money is. I don't care where you're building. If you're building offline, you're building online, you're doing newspaper advertising, whatever you're doing, the money is in the list. Okay. So when you're building your list, because you're now got lead capture pages and things like this, these are people that are being added to your subscriber database, which now is like gold. That's like you having a pile of gold. The more leads and people, subscribers on your list, the more gold you have. So, like when I email my list about Sizzle or Elliot does, what we could do is and I do this periodically, I'll just throw something in the Skype group and say, hey guys, you can copy this out. But don't think you have to know how to blast a list. You can always say, hey April, do you have this? Or if you see it in the group, just copy it. Copy the email. This is how I got good at writing good emails and things like that, is I just followed the leader. I followed the leaders. I got on a bunch of people's lists and I started learning how they were writing their emails. And I got on like for example, Elliot's list. I'm on his list. I learned from him. I learned from Jeff Kistner. I'm on everybody's list. I'm even on Margaret's list and Mary's, and I'm on everybody's list, guys. So I read emails. I see what people are up to. It's not that I'm out there buying everything under the sun, but I use it for good ideas. In fact, today I was like, I need something to send my list. I gotta go look and see what other people are sending for some ideas, because sometimes it just gets the not that I'm gonna copy them, but sometimes it just gets the juices flowing in my brain. It gives me a good idea. You know what I mean? So sometimes I just even do that. So what I recommend you guys do is, until you feel comfortable writing your own emails, just get on like Elliot's list, my list, Jeffrey's list, and just see what we're sending, so that way, and I don't mind if you copy mine. So if you want to copy mine and send it out to your list, be my guest. I'm sure Elliot doesn't mind either. But we want to see you guys starting to really raise the bar here, because people deserve to know about Sizzle. They deserve to know about this opportunity. And the only way they're going to hear about it is from us, from you. If you know them, they're only going to hear about it from you. So you need to make sure you're getting out and exposing as many people as you can to Sizzle, to this team, to the team website, to the tools that these are tools that are like, seriously, Elliot could be charging $50 a month for, we could, even for the site, the training, everything that we're adding to it all the time. It's yours. It's a gift. Don't let that, but don't let free make you feel like it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's not worth anything. Don't forget about it. I know how the free samples go. I get free samples at the makeup counter, and I throw them in my medicine cabinet, and I never test them out or try them out again or look at them. Don't let it devalue what we're giving you guys. Seriously, just because it's free doesn't mean it's not so super valuable to your business. Could potentially, Elliot's the #5 recruiter in Sizzle because of systems that he's created, that he has in place with his marketing, and he's saying, here guys, use my system. It's cool.
Yeah, I would also say too, April, that I see the people that are going to jump on this and start figuring out how to get it into people's hands as far as the link goes, whether it's sharing stories on Facebook, whether it's learning some type of online advertising techniques to get the link out there, whether it's starting or writing blog posts to get your link out there. The people that are going to take advantage of that quickly and with everything they have are going to see they're going to see the results from it. The people that like, yeah, I've got this link and I'll send it to a couple people and see if it works, um, it, then it's not going to work. It's like anything else. Either, for instance, Nathan, who's on the call, has, a great system that his team, uses with offline marketing, direct mail marketing. If just because he makes that system available doesn't mean that it's going to work for everybody. They actually have to put the consistent effort in to use that system to its full capability. So the people that jump on it and um, use it are definitely going to see the benefit from it. So Jeff, what do you think about it? You still sitting there?
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
still
not.
sitting here relaxing.
Oh.
I'm thinking about all the stuff you guys say as we go on, and absolutely, it's impressive. It's the same thing, and we talk about it all the time. I talk with April and others all the time. I want everyone to be successful, but we can't implement it. I've done lots of trainings, and pretty much I train every day except for Sunday. With calls and 5 live webinars a week, and today I'm pretty tired, but it's a lot of fun. But I'm tired because I've been doing a lot of 3-ways today. So it's easy to see we're working, and I'm not calling anyone's names out, but I do trainings, and some people pick up on certain things, and they do it, and they stay consistent with it, and I watch them excel. And there's in the next 20 minutes, there's someone coming on board because of one of those systems that, I did a training about how to sponsor, nutritionalists and that type of thing. And now, one of our Sisel partners has people coming on for that, and one's going to come on in about, I don't know, 20 minutes. They're signing them up right now. So it's really interesting. But while you guys were talking about email content and swipe copy, I definitely want some standard stuff, and I've already written it. I'm going to have Elliot place it back there in a good format. But swipe copy means swipe it, and it's for if you want to write to your close family, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, and as well as you want to write to coworkers, different type. You want to write to friends. You want to write to third cousins. So we're going to have examples of swipe copy there that you can alter just a little bit, and it's just going to be a few lines because that's all it takes. It's just a few lines because some people would like to communicate with their third cousin, for example, but they don't know exactly what to say. So we're going to give you a couple sentences that you can send out, and you can invite them for one reason or another. And it's really, it should be really exciting about that. And then this is off topic, but not really, because we're talking about training here. We're talking about excelling. We're talking about growing the business. I love Audible. And on Audible, written in the last few months, they have, like do's and don'ts of email and all this. Now, I don't get paid when I send you there, and I don't really, I just want to make you better. Some of this stuff is like, seriously, you can buy like 50 email tips for $2. They're really good. Not to this morning. This morning I'll show you what I was listening to again for like the 100th time. But anyways, I've listened to email tips. They're fantastic. I mean, they tell you the reasons to do certain things and how to do them. And the idea is you're like, I was listening the first time and I was like, wow, this is really cool. They gave actually 55 tips, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing about 20 to 30 of them right, and I'm doing about the other half. I'm not even doing it all. So a lot of you might think, oh man, run home and change them all. No, don't run a whole chain. Take your most favorite couple, one or two, and go change that within your email, and watch your opens and other things go up. Now, what I was listening to this morning when I was doing my my exercise, this one right here, that's pretty big, right? And a lot of you know them, but if you don't, this is great. This is just really generic, but look at the title. It's Jim Rowe, Building Your Network Marketing Business. This is one of these great audios that you can just put in your your car. I always said make your car into a classroom. If you haven't heard it, you'll really enjoy it, and if you've already heard it, you'll really enjoy it. If you haven't listened to it 9 to 12 times, listen to it again. But I just want to point out, keep your mind. It's easy to surround yourself with negative, dull, disillusioned crybabies. Get away from those people, because if you hang around them, you're going to become a negative, dull, disillusioned crybaby. Hang around. You see how excited I am? I talk like Tom. I'm talking about, $14 billion a year and growing and raising people up. Hang around people who talk like that, and you'll do really, you'll do fantastic. It's really exciting. So, that's what I have to say about that. You've put in a tremendous amount of hard work, Elliot, over weeks, and it's going to pay off for everyone. And we're not just writing letters. I mean, April, myself, Elliot, and a few others on the team consistently write letters, and we analyze them. In other words, when I send out a blast to my list, I look at the open rate. And then sometimes when I'm going to blast something again, I look down at, because I've sent out, over 1,000 emails. I look down the list, and I look like, wow, that has more opens than anything else. And I looked at it, and I didn't think it would work. April used to put something like quick like a bunny. So that wasn't masculine enough for me. So I started, if a webinar was starting in 10 minutes and I've already put a couple, before it, sometimes I would put something to the effect of, we're starting now, quick, like a puma. And anyways, I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to use the bummy. I switched to puma, and seriously, with that one line, my open rates went up over 40% for a line. It blew my mind. So anyways, I look down. So anyways, we constantly test things, lines that sometimes I look at and I think I'm all clever, and I look down and I'm like, wow, almost no one opened it. Well, I'm not using that line again. So my point is, these letters that are going in there, and we've mentioned this before, I just wanted to say it in a different light, they're in there because they work, but they only work if you do. You're going to have to, get the letter out. I did this on training a couple days ago, and I just said, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. That's really, really true, but you have to say something. You really do. So many times I sponsor someone, they go, Jeff, you might not know this, but you sponsored my brother. And what I want to say is, I sponsored your brother, and you've been in my business for a year, and your brother doesn't even know what you do. I'd like to say, you're fired. That's what I'd like to say immediately. You're fired. How can the people closest to you, not know? Not know. And anyways, it was pretty funny. In my former company, we actually had a product that had patents. Think about what I'm saying here. I'm being serious. It not only had, it has patents for the prevention and treatment of certain types of cancer. Now, because a lot of network marketing companies go, hey, if our product cured cancer, would you tell your brother, sister, mother, cousin about it? And they go, yeah. Well, here's what I found out. That's not true. This is not true. So you have to talk to everyone, and so it doesn't work like that. And this isn't so funny, but my first cousin, I'm not saying it would have saved his life, but I offered that product for free. He struggled with stomach cancer, which I believe it would have made him feel better and everything, but for no charge. See, no charge has value. That's what Ellie was talking about. So anyways, it's not free, it's no charge. But the bottom line is, he wouldn't even take this product at no charge, just to try it. He said he had to ask his doctor first. Now, doctors are always worried about lawsuits and everything else, so they really can't say yes. So it's kind of funny, but if you have third degree cancer, stage 3 cancer, and my first cousin called me and said, hey, this product, might make you feel better, might assist you. And my doctor said no. I would say, well, I'm going to take it anyway because you said I was going to die. Right? That's just the truth. So anyways, get out there and say something. Say something. I was doing a call. I was calling some leads for some people on our team, and one guy said he wanted to do belly to belly. I'm great at belly to belly. I love going to local, people around Florida. I go to their homes, sit at their kitchen table, and explain what we do and everything. It's the same thing that you do over the phone, but it's different when you're in person. Well, one guy I was talking to today, he didn't want to do anything over the internet, and he was deciding between a company that I knew did not encourage internet usage. As a matter of fact, they've terminated some people for it. So it's so fortunate that we're in this company that how we promote on the internet and expand, in these different countries is it's encouraged. It's literally encouraged. And I actually told that person, I said to them, if you want to do it belly to belly, that's fine, but you're gonna bring on some young men and women, and they're gonna want to go on the internet. And I said, I'm gonna talk to them, and they're gonna end up on my team because of the kind of stuff that April and Elliot are putting together. Now, April and Elliot give me a hard time because I love helping. I'm really familiar with AWeber, and if you really get stuck, now don't go look at the training and then go, I didn't really go through the training yet, and I don't understand. Could you help me, Jeff? Because I'm not going to do it for you. But if you honestly go through the training and you're like, what's a snippet? I will assist you. I want you to be successful. We all want you to have great success. So I want to make it really clear that if you will watch it a couple times, replay it, honestly try to do it and get stuck, I will personally assist you with your AWeber. Your success is our success, and we'll help you get going. And I think that really separates us a lot. And it's not just me. I know that. Hey, I want you to go if your upline is Margaret or Elliot or April or Mays or Bill Potting, whoever your upline is. I want you to go to them first. But seriously, if they're building their fortune part-time, right? They're making a living full-time and they're building their fortune part-time, and you need some help with that. Get some help with it. We want to see you reach your goals and aspirations, and that's just the truth.
Yeah, and definitely don't let a tool like AWeber turn you off from using a system like this if you haven't used something like that before. If you're interested in building online the slightest bit, you've got to have an email list. And AWeber, like I said in the beginning, is the most popular, the most used email list building tool out there. And once you get into it, there's not a whole lot to figure out once you're in it for a little while.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It all works. It's just you have to say something. You have to get out there and say something. I'm kind of laughing because the first video I did, to get some leads, I'll say on the internet, I did this Limu video, and anyways, I'm laughing because still today it gets me the most leads out of all my videos. Isn't that funny? The first one I did, the one that I was horrible at, and I'm laughing because Morgan Friedman just shared my video. Now I'm just joking around a little bit. He calls himself fake Morgan Friedman. So, but he shared my video and he said that he fell asleep 3 times while watching my 6-minute video. So those must have been short naps. However, he did share it, and that's good. Isn't that exciting, though? You can do a horrible job. People will share your video. You can generate leads. I just believe just get out there and say something to someone. I mean, you could even, I've talked about this before, and I'm not kidding. You could say, you wouldn't want to join my network marketing company, would you? If you did that enough times, you'd build a huge business. You just really would. But I mean, of course, you can improve from there. I'm just saying you have to be bad before you're good, good before you're great, great before you're awesome. But you can start out that bad. Now, if you didn't know that that was bad, well, we have a challenge. But that's really bad to say it like that. But what we do have is we have a very unique company that you can eat candy and you can lose weight. So if you want to know more about that, that will pique someone's interest if you say that. Think about that. You can eat candy and lose fat at Sisel with the Sisel Pop. They'll ask you about that. All right, are we?
So a little plug then for the morning calls. So Jeff has started Monday through Saturday training calls that are and have replaced our Saturday webinar. So there's going to be 20-30 minutes of call every morning. They're also recorded. Check the Facebook and Skype groups for the numbers when it's coming up. But so far they've been great. I know Mary was on this morning, was awesome, and it's really exciting to kind of see that develop with this team. A lot of people seeing success and being able to share, what they're doing and how they feel about Sisel and their approach to the business. It's going to be a lot of fun doing those. So I hope everyone can try to come on live with us in the mornings. At least catch the recordings. I know, a lot of people are working at what is it? Is it 10 Eastern?
It's 10
Eastern.
Yeah. So if you're working, dial it up on your lunch break and listen to the replay. But
Go ahead, Elliot. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
I jump the gun sometimes. I get so excited. But one thing, because I want to see you guys all recruiting. I mean, we give you guys the tools to do this stuff. The calls are a tool to build your business. And one of the things that I started doing is posting it up on my fan page and inviting my fans on Facebook. So seriously, hey guys, Mindset Monday. Who wants to, change their mindset, kind of wake up with the Sisel Global Takeover team? Whatever you got to say, just say it however you feel about it, and put it on your Facebook and invite.
Yeah, one important thing to note is the way we're positioning this call for our team is to really for all of us to be able to invite to every morning. That's another email that I want to add to my series and the series that I just showed you for the team site. But to say, we've got a call every single morning, come learn about our team. And, I think, Jeffrey's starting to kind of say, because we do go over a little bit of Sisel. It's not a full, Sisel presentation. But somebody will really get a feel for our team, what we have to provide as far as training goes to themselves as well as anyone else they would bring into the team. So it does a lot to show why someone should be here with you. So definitely share the number with people.
You know what that my goal was too, and our goal is, and I've discussed this. We want to rise people up. I mean, I asked Mary to be on this morning and talk a little bit. She did absolutely phenomenal, which I'm not shocked at all. I mean, and there's others have, Margaret Wilson's talked and other people have talked on calls, but I want to rise people up. I want different people starting out with moderators, and I'm not just saying because they're not ready, just as soon as they feel comfortable. And then I actually, I talked to Mary after the call. She did so awesome. I want her to do some of the calls because that's how it all starts. It starts a little moderation, starts a little part of the presentation, and then pretty soon you're doing the whole call and you're just doing fantastic. So it's a great call to get on. If you're not able to get on it, yeah, listen to it. And input on this. Here's what we kind of decided as a group. I decided that if you pick up too many marbles, you really drop some, and that's what kind of was happening on Saturdays. We were giving out so many marbles, people were dropping them. So instead of having an hour training on Saturday, what we decided to do is just do what Elliot's talking about. We did 6 days a week, 20 to 30 minutes a day, where we could give you just 1 or 2 marbles to pick up, and always something. Since we started this, every day we give you something that you could implement that day, just baby steps. But I will tell you, by implementing those little things each and every day, in a year, you're going to be an expert. My direct upline is here, Gavin Harris, and if he could speak on that, he always talks about being here in a year, not being, flavor of the week or flavor of the month, or being what I should have got the .com on this, but I didn't. Junker jumpies. Don't be a jumper junkie, where you're just every 90 days you're trying out a new company. I mentioned this, and I'll say it again. There's going to be books written about this company, and you're part of it. You don't have to just stay, but you have to stay and you have to ask other people to join you. We're really making the world a better place if you take a look at these ingredients. Gavin, can you speak for a second? Are you available? I saw you pop on. You got your mic working. About being here in a year.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you're right next to me.
Fantastic. Can you see me?
No, but we see you and your beautiful wife, so that's great.
Okay. How about that?
Nope.
Yeah, I see
Nope.
you.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
I see you.
I lied.
Right. So, opportune today, we got paid, which is
Oh,
also fantastic. It's residual income, and it comes in every month. And when you've experienced residual income in your life, you will do whatever you need to do in order to ensure that you have always got residual income in your life, because it is the most fantastic thing. And that's what's most fantastic about network marketing, is that we as a team can help each other achieve our goals. And we're not part of a get-rich-quick scheme, but we are part of a get-rich scheme. And as long as I've said it once and I'll say it 100 times, and I say it to everybody that will listen to me, plan to be here in 12 months' time. Plan to be part of this team in 12 months' time. And you will be a different person, and your income will be different, and you will have grown, you will have skills. If you implement just one thing, take one aspect that you're not good at and focus on that for the next month and do nothing else. If that means you've got to work out how to get your AWeber connected, then take the time, go through the videos, talk to April, talk to Jeff, talk to Margaret, talk to Mary, talk to Elliot, talk to anybody, but get some help, because we are here to help you. And the more that we can help you make sales and bring people onto our team, the better it is for us. And it's really, really simple. Most of us underestimate what we can achieve in 5 years, but overestimate what we can achieve in 12 months. I'll say that again the other way around. Most of us overestimate what we can achieve in 12 months and underestimate what we can achieve in 5 years. So if you think about what your plans are for 5 years and think about what your plans are for 12 months, we're probably pretty ambitious. I know Jeff and I are. We're always egging each other on with setting the bar higher and higher and higher for our short-term goals. But we also challenge each other and say, are our long-term goals actually large enough? And I know Udo, German guy who is the #1 in Sisel International, he joined very, very successful, had retired out of multi-level marketing, network marketing, didn't need to do this. But one of the reasons he was attracted to Sisel was it gave him the opportunity to bring 1 million people into his downline. Right? 1 million people, and that's what he's working on. Wow. And I heard that and I thought,
wow.
hey, how big are my goals? Seriously. So
I've heard
that's
him
my
say
little...
that multiple times. He's saying that over and over, you know, and you know, I believe him. And you know, there's so many companies out there that they do have income, you know, caps, you know, and you know what? I'll say this, you know, I'm not going to tear binaries, you know, apart. I'm not a big fan of them. If anyone who knows me personally knows that, but all of them have caps. I did not join so that I would have a cap. We're not behind an iron curtain. I said this earlier. And you know, again, the binary leader will go, isn't 50,000, you know, a month enough? And the answer, again, in case they're listening, the answer is no. It's not enough. You promised us that if we continue to build, we'd continue to be able to make more. So it doesn't even mean we'll ever get there. I just want to know that we can if we get there. You know, that's all. And Tom's given us the opportunity to, if you want to continue to build, if you want to continue to assist your team and help them reach their goals, aspirations, you can make all you want. And I like that. I just do. I like that. Does anyone like else? You could just speak right up. Do you like that you can earn all you'd like to have all the money you could ever want and the time to enjoy it? Does that appeal to anyone? No?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Man.
Remember, I can't fire you, so fire yourself if you don't think it. You know, we can't, because you know, it's your people don't understand. You know, and some of us do, obviously, but that's your code number. That's your business. That, you know, that number's yours, and you build that. It's very different. That's why I joke around. You can't be fired. You know,
Yeah,
because you're not an employee.
One thing I like, I don't think I've brought it up in a while, but one thing to remember is that, you know, a lot of people have hang-ups tied to themselves as individuals, and how they haven't done something like this, so maybe they can't, or maybe this won't work, or maybe if their friend says something, then they're right and Jeff's wrong. Here's the thing. Sisel's computer system only knows you by an ID number. It doesn't care who you are. It's going to write a check to whoever asked for it with that ID number. So it's completely blind, right? It has no, it's not judging you. The system is yours to take, and all you have to do is build it. And like Gavin was talking about, planning to stay and build it at your own pace, however you want to build it is fine, but you're going to do it with consistency and realizing that the effort you put in, will get returned in the form of dollars over time. You've got to put in the time and the effort and continue to learn, and it's just so exciting. I don't know. I mean, the last couple months in Sisel have been so exciting. The next few months, are typically down times for network marketing over the summer. We're still seeing a lot of growth. So Sisel overall is still seeing a lot of growth. And it says a lot about our company. It says a lot about our team, all the things that we're doing for each other. It's just an exciting time. So.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I love hearing. I always like to. A lot of people. They get scared to speak, and I like it when you get on and you even just say hello. Really, I mean, there's a lot of people watching this, but even if you say hello, I remember the first time I asked a question. This is, we're going back, 20 years, but I was in network marketing, and one of the persons who was teaching me, I asked them a question, and they said, "That's a really good question. You're teaching on that tomorrow morning." And it was a Friday, and we had a Saturday training class. I think I'm going to start answering people like that if it's something easy. What's a snippet? That's a very good question. On the next call tomorrow morning, you'll be teaching exactly what a snippet is, so you better ask Google.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
I love that. That is a great idea. I love that.
Man, it happened to me, and I'll tell you what, I was the new guy, and about 18 people tried to ask me questions. They went like this, question, but I'm a little compulsive, so I studied it, and there was no questions that came in because a little terror goes a long way when you're studying something. But really, there's no one. I've said this. I personally call network marketing the great equalizer, because even the United States, where they talk about equality oftentimes for the same job. I don't believe it. I mean, that it should be this way, but it oftentimes is. A woman gets paid less for the exact same job. I don't think it's fair, but it still is, and they'll deny it. But what I love about network marketing, and Elliot kind of made me think of this because he said it goes by the number. It's the great equalizer, because it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. It doesn't matter if you're tall or short, fat or skinny. It doesn't matter if you're a genius or prince or princess, not so bright. It doesn't matter if you're green or purple. All it does is pay the code number. And if you show up and you do what you're supposed to do, then you're going to get paid. And what you're supposed to do essentially is, you wouldn't want to join network marketing, would you? That's all you got to do.
No, that's not all you gotta do.
It's not all you got to do, but it's a great start. It's a great start.
Yes, do you guys understand? Like, when I recruit somebody, I drip on them. I literally, like, they're gonna see a post on Facebook. They're gonna get a continuous stream, a light drip sometimes of Sisel until I get them on our team. So, everything that we do, like the calls, the new wake-up calls, the lead capture page system now, that's a way to funnel them into your system. Now we got the wake-up calls, we got webinars 3 times a week. all of that is tools that you need to be using to promote Sizzle, to drip on your prospects. You know, did you talk to Sue 3 months ago? Well, did you ever follow up and say, hey, Sue, have you checked out any of our wake-up calls yet? Have you looked at the new system that that Elliot just created for our team? Oh my gosh, this is going to explode our business. Do you understand this guy is #5 all-time recruiter in all of Sizzle International, North America, and he's just going to give us our system. That's how valuable our team is. Guys, this should be exciting, and it should be very motivating for you to go out and share this team. I'm telling you, people are looking for teams. They're looking for solutions to their economic problems and all this stuff, but they're also looking for a great company, and we have that. We have everything.
Margaret, do you want to add to it? I see on there, I see smiles and nods, and usually, I mean, we talk on the phone quite a bit. Do you want to add to, or, you know, inspire anybody? Uh-oh, we can't hear you.
I don't think our mic's working.
Oh, no, that's why. Because Margaret is not shy. No, you don't have to.
Not.
That's okay. We get a. I know she's typing something.
We're gonna get off.
She's got no mic. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for getting on here this evening, or this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're listening to it, whatever the part of the world you're in. But it's really an honor and a pleasure to be working with you and building this. It's just fantastic. Tomorrow is a couple great things are happening. Tomorrow we're going to talk about testimonies on the call in the morning. So if you want to get on, you've had some great results from products, get on and tell people about it. It's Testimony Tuesday on the morning call at 10 a.m. and I want to hear you. And then also tomorrow night we have our dual presentation. We have the only one in the world. I mean, there's just nothing like it. So anyways, tomorrow.
Time to invite, guys. Time to explode this. We got daily pay. I don't like it when I hear somebody say, I don't have the money or I don't have this. Well, we have daily pay. We have the solution to that problem. That means you need to be doing whatever you can to share this opportunity. And the key here is to, like I said, drip on people, but keep the pipeline full. Keep it so full that you never have to worry about money again because you have a daily flow of cash from daily pay. That's the key here. So if you're doing those two things, keeping the pipeline super full and dripping on them with all the tools that this team gives you, there's no doubt in my mind that you wouldn't have a ton of cash flow coming in every single day just from Sizzle. It's amazing. So Elliot, thank you. I'm going to give you such a big hug. I'm telling you, Elliot's our hero. He is our, we need to send him Christmas cards, Thanksgiving cards, presents. He's so awesome.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, so Elliot's awesome. Thank you so much for this, and look for a video. We're gonna walk you through them. Me and Elliot will put something together, and then also too, I was thinking because my marketing mind goes to work while everybody's kind of chatting, and I'm very ADD, so I start wandering and all my crazy ideas for these lead capture pages. I mean, guys, seriously, I can show you guys how to do some really cool stuff with this, like put it on Facebook fan page tabs. I can show you guys how to do that. Maybe Margaret will come on and show you how to run some ads. You know, the marketing is endless when you have a lead capture page, and that's the really cool thing. So I'm pumped. I'm jacked up. Whatever time sleeping tonight, let's just put it that way. So Elliot, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for coming on tonight. If you guys have any final thoughts, would love to hear from you. Let Elliot know how thankful you are.
No, you don't have to do that. I just, you can show thanks by using it and bringing in some people into your business and changing your own life. That's what we're all here for, to help each other change lives. So let's do it.
All right. Good night, everyone. Good morning, Sizzle call. That's what it's called. Yep. Good morning, Sizzle. That's the name of the call. Good morning, Sizzle.
And don't forget about Throwback Thursdays.
And April, actually Elliot created that name too, and I really liked it. Good morning, Sizzle.
Good morning, Sizzle, man.
Good morning, Sizzle, April. You created Throwback Thursday, which is a close second.
Which is better, I understand, but I still like the Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday is really cool. I'm going to show you how to take the hybrid marketing, the offline, and bring it into online. So it's going to be incredible. But tomorrow, is going to be Testimonial Tuesday. You're going to hear a lot of great product stories that really get inspired. Good night, everybody, and thanks so much. Really a privilege to work with you.
Thank you.